Happy Friday, everybody. It is April 8th, 2022. Usually I'm really excited about Friday because it's Happy Hour Friday, you know, that crazy show that Litecoin Lisa and I do at 4 p.m. Central Time on her channel and my channel. But her channel has all the chat. Go check that out. I don't know if we're going to do it today. She is at Bitcoin 2022 in Miami. She asked if I would go, and I said no. I didn't. She didn't ask too hard, though, because I've flown once already this year, and I'm done. I'll probably end up flying one more time if the Litecoin Summit happens. We'll see. It'll probably be in Vegas. I hate Vegas. But I can smoke cigars inside, so I guess that's a bonus. I'll probably have to make that trip, and I think there's a direct flight to Vegas from my airport. So that may happen. We'll see. I don't know if there's going to be a Litecoin Summit, though, so it's hard to say. Don't know. They haven't had one since 2019. Man, that's unbelievable. I went to the first one in South San Francisco in 2018, and then Vegas in 2019, and then the pandemic happens. I just saw some numbers. The Pfizer, I think it was an Israel study, just came out this week that said the booster is effective for about 4 to 7 weeks, and that's it. 4 to 7 weeks, the booster. Not much of a boost. That's after 4 weeks, it deteriorates quickly. The protection that it offers. Oh yeah, and the protection that it offers, I'll get to that. I gotta remember. Try to keep these things all straight in my mind, bookmark them, and then come back to them. It's not an easy thing. See, I already forgot about what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the study. Yeah, the effectiveness wears off after 4 weeks. So you see where this is going? About every 4 to 8 weeks, you're gonna need another one, you know, to protect you from something that's not even lethal. What a scam, man. Pharmaceutical industrial complex. What a scam. It still falls under emergency use authorization. I mean, the studies that they've released, you know, been forced to release, their documentation as far as the pre-trial stuff, absolutely ridiculous. You got people having heart attacks and dying. Let's not talk about that, though. Let's get that sealed in a courtroom so, you know, we don't have to release that. Oh, wait, you have to release it? Yeah, it's just a big scam. I mean, the whole thing is, it's a money grab like everything else. And so we're going to, hey, need another one, need another one, need another one. And then government or insurance companies are going to fund it. So it's free. Yeah, it's free. I don't know how people stayed alive in the past, honestly, you know, in the 1800s. And I mean, yeah, the mortality rate was lower. It was a lot harder then. But I think most of it's because you didn't have running water. And you couldn't clean your hands. I mean, that's really the main thing. Wash your freaking hands. You're less likely to get these problems. Instead of going to the pharma, big pharma, and getting the prick. I mean, just wash your freaking hands. I think that's the biggest thing that's contributed that, and, you know, reliable food production that's contributed to humanity being able to have a low mortality rate. So, I don't know. That's just my thought. It's kind of crazy, I guess. I'm kind of crazy. Neighbors. Hey, what's up? Peace. Yeah, this is muddy. I gotta get this fixed. I mean, just what a disaster. Grab this mail. Oh, there's a picture of Trump. What's this about? Oh yeah, people. You know, it's the season here in Illinois where everybody's running for office, and we've got a new governor getting elected. Well, maybe a new governor getting elected this year, and everybody's, you know, sending out their propaganda about how they're not as bad as the current guy. Because that's how it is. I'm the lesser of the two evils. You need to choose me. That's where you're at. Go back to the whole pandemic thing. You see these people, Pelosi being one of them. Who's the other one? I get the one senator that's just so annoying. Just voted for the latest Supreme Court justice. I mean, she's a Republican, you know, so she crossed the aisle. What's her name? Mitt Romney? Oh, no, that's not Mitt. What's her name? Oh, gosh, I can't even remember it. Speaks real slow and drawn out. I think she's from Maine. But anyway, I think she tested positive. Pelosi tested positive. See, they had a super spreader event at the White House this past week, the press club, what is it, the gridiron, I don't know, whatever it's called. You know, wherever they all come together and it's all, you know, it's off the record. You know, good old boys get together at the White House. And then 14 of them so far have tested positive. But they're all pricked, fully pricked. Everything's fine. And they release these tweets. Oh, thank God I'm fully pricked. So the symptoms were much less than they would have been if I had not been. I would have been dead. Oh, God forbid, you know, we lose a congressperson because a pandemic. I mean, this whole thing is such a game. It's such theater. I mean, you get this thing in your arm so that you don't get this thing in your body, right? That's what the whole purpose is. And yet, you take 4 of them and still get it. Where did the common sense break down? I mean, obviously, it's if you believe that these things work, you know, and then after 4 weeks they stop working and you have to get another one. But if you believe that these things work and they make the symptoms less if you get the real disease, the real virus, if you get it and you think that they make it, you know, less dangerous or less harmful or less severe, I mean, what is wrong with you? Since when was that ever the idea? You know, you go and get I don't even want to say the frickin' word. You go and get the prick. You know, there's all kinds of them. The prick schedule for all the kids, you know, to get into schools. When I was a kid, it used to be like 3. And now it's like 30. And you got to go back more than once to get the same one. And it's like, well, obviously it's not effective if I got to get it more than once. I mean, isn't that just common sense? You should be able to get it. The body builds up an immunity and boom, you know, it's fixed. But that's not the case. We have all these different strains. And, you know, the flu season, that's a perfect example. Another money grab. Every year they guess which flu strain is going to be the most dangerous or the one that takes precedent. And so they develop all these, you know, prick vials with all the dead tissues and all the nasty stuff and throw a little mercury in there. Oh, we don't do that anymore. Yeah, they do. Thimerosal, not mercury. And preserve it. You know, it's a good preservative. However, you know, you can you be a Mad Hatter, right? You know, that's just had that story somebody reminded me of it over the weekend. You know, they're using mercury in the hat businesses, you know, and then they're touching mercury and they're a Mad Hatter because they go crazy. Their brains are filled with mercury. So it's not a good thing to have in your body. Yet, you know, then we tell pregnant women not to eat fish. Too many fish. You know, today's fish day, isn't it? You know, so if you're Catholic, you can only eat fish today. You can't eat real meat. You have to eat fish. You know, what a sacrifice you're making. I'm not bashing the Catholic faith. I'm just bashing the whole concept that, oh my gosh, I'm starving myself. I'm not going to be able to eat meat today on a Friday, one day out of the week. And yet, you still eat fish. Well, I got news for you. That's still meat. That's still flesh. Anyway, tangent. But you got all these people testing positive after being fully pricked. Makes no sense, does it? Just defies common sense and reason. Something else is going on. I don't know. And then this fox, you hear about this fox running through the Capitol and biting people, and somebody shows their vest and the foxholes. They're poking. I want to see footage of this fox running around. I mean, this is a dangerous thing. I mean, actually, we need to get more of these foxes. You know, get them in there, and maybe they'll root out these evil ones. Pull them out. Sly like a fox. Tell you what, we need to get more foxes in D.C. Maybe that's the key. Real foxes, not the wolves, I guess. All right, and so off of that that topic, it's I saw today. I just thought I saw mortgage rates were going up. You know, you want to get a loan for your house, 30-year mortgage, that's going up. And so I went and looked, and since January, it's almost doubled for the 30-year rate. I'm thinking, okay, this housing market's definitely rolling over then. But there's no way. There's no way. When you start mathing that out, if you could get it at 2.5%, now it's 5%. I mean, that's a big hit. That's a major hit. You know, and I haven't done the amortization, you know, on the whole thing I used to when I was looking at houses and think, oh, I'll buy this house. Oh, I can do that. Maybe I can flip this house. Oh. Usually it was a house to live in. We bounced around a lot and fix it up. And then for whatever reason, end up selling it. You know, life took us another direction. But I've landed now, and I plan on not doing anything, going anywhere. But you never know. You never know what happens. That's why you need to have money that you can take with you, like cryptocurrency. You're not lugging it around. If you ever have to leave for whatever reason, natural disaster, look at snowflakes. Unbelievable. But that's the kind of season. It's climate change. It's not global warming anymore. It's climate change. Got climate change going on. No kidding. That's the umbrella label, climate change. But no, back to the mortgages, not affordable. You know, it's taking a big hit on people. So if you look at the chart, how much you're paying back in 30 years, you know, at a 2.5% rate versus a 5% rate, it looks like it's going to continue to go up. You know, the Fed's talking about raising their rates, and, you know, the mortgage rates are kind of independent of the Fed. You know, it's based on another metric. I think it's a 10-year bond. I'm not 100% LIBOR or something. I don't know. But it's been moving up on its own. So the market's kind of saying, hey, it needs to go up. And it's going up. But you've got the Fed, you know, talking, oh, another 0.5% next time we meet. And we're going to buy back all the, or we're going to get rid of, not buy back, because they've absorbed all these garbage bonds and all this crap. They bought them off the market, and they've been holding them. And they say they're going to unwind that trade. You know, they're going to start putting these bonds back onto the market and selling them and unwinding it off their books. Well, they're talking like $95 billion of basically junk bonds every month. Who's the buyer? Because they were the buyer. Nobody else wanted them. Now, who's going to buy it now? And that's 95 more billion that will be taken out of the economy for basically nothing. No real asset. Nothing of value that helps anybody. So that 95 billion is going to be taken out of the economy. And what is it not going to go into, I guess? Housing. So housing goes down. I don't know. I don't see it happening because, you know, they do this all the time. This is the death of an empire. They do this all the time. The Fed comes out and they'll say, we're going to start tightening and being fiscally responsible, and, you know, times are better, and we're going to fix things and unwind this, you know, these trades and get interest rates back to a normal level so we can stamp out inflation. They say this all the time, and they start doing it. They might do it once or twice, raise the rates, talk a good game, and then something happens. Then it's, oh, we never saw it coming. Oh, my gosh, a cyber attack. Oh, took down all the infrastructure. It's just terrible. 3 days of darkness, you know, 10 days of darkness, whatever. And then they say, well, you know, due to the unforeseen circumstances and the trying times that we find ourselves in, the unprecedented times in which we find ourselves, we are forced to stimulate the economy and use all tools at our disposal to make sure that the safety of the American people and democracy is intact and saved and preserved and blah, blah, blah. And so something's going to happen. I just think it might be a cyber attack, because that's the perfect way for them to reset their system and not get the blame. Blame Russia. It was Russia. They did it in coordination with China and, who knows, Turkey. Who knows? Name somebody. Yeah, pick somebody. Whoever the, you know, enemy of du jour is. But that's what'll happen. They'll reset it. They'll say, we got it all fixed. You know, because it was insecure before, we fixed that. Now we're using a blockchain. We're using blockchain technology because it's unhackable. It's secured, and it's, you know, using cryptography and all this crap that we already know. That's why we're in Litecoin, because it's money outside their garbage. Outside the central bank, outside the government. We can hold it, do what we want with it, running on its own network, completely independent of these idiots. But they're going to come out and they're going to say, yeah, okay, because they've been testing this the whole time. This is a big plan. They've been testing cryptocurrency and the mindset, see how quickly we'll adopt it, you know, how much we FOMO into it. You know, they know. They got it figured out. So they know. So they can rig the markets. And they're going to rig it, and they're going to use our emotions against us and do the same things, and they'll create this blockchain money. It's much safer, unhackable. We're not going to have a cyber event anymore because we're using the blockchain. And it's a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. And that's what they'll do. They may call it something different, but they're going to, you know, leverage the buzzwords and all the things that blockchain is good for, and they're going to use the weapon for evil. because that's what they do. And that'll be their cover. Well, the financial system of the past was not as safe and secure as it needed to be, and it was time for an upgrade, and we're going to use this as an opportunity and a learning experience. Damn Russians. But turned out it was good for all of us. And it's just, that's what they're going to do. I mean, it's just problem, reaction, solution, the Hegelian dialectic. You know, that's all it is. They've already got what they want to do in the hopper. They just need a reason to roll it out. So they create a problem. Cyber attack! Everybody reacts. Protect our money! We put this money into the system our whole lives. You know, now we're screwed. You know, and then, okay, so there's the reaction. So you got the problem. Cyber attack. Now you got a reaction. Everybody's fired up. Do something! And then you have the solution that was already sitting back here, and they go, here you go. Here's the new technology that we still control, and meet the new boss, same as the old boss. That's how it rolls. That's what happens. I mean, it's the same thing throughout history. They're so predictable. It may be something different besides a cyber attack, but I mean, that's kind of the seeds that they've been planting, and that would make sense, and that would accomplish what they want to accomplish. When a wise man sees trouble, he gets out of the way. So what can you do about it? All right. You know, they're going to usher us into this digital system. They prepared us for it. You've got an opportunity to use sound digital money that's not going to be controlled by them. They're going to want to do it. They're going to want to control Litecoin, Bitcoin. They're going to do everything they can. Then see, I've always thought the way that they're going to do it is they can't really stop anybody that has it now, because you can do whatever you want with it. And then you've got privacy features being built into Litecoin. A lot of things happening with Litecoin, actually. The mining ant pool is actually taking a lot of their mined Litecoin and collaborating with the Litecoin Foundation and building new stuff on Litecoin. Very bullish going forward for that coin. They're actually doing something. And they don't brag on it. They just do it. Roll it out. Do it. Okay, you'll be surprised. Don't get caught unawares on Litecoin. Sound money for the digital age. Only so much to go around. Finite supply. Look at the numbers. 1/100th of a Litecoin for each person in the world. Get one Litecoin, you're 100 times ahead. Just saying, it's only 115 bucks. Stupid cheap. Take those casino chips, those dirty vampire chips out of their casino and put it into sound money, clean money for the digital age. So what they'll do is roll it on out all over you, and they'll gateway all the good cryptocurrencies like Litecoin, all the exchanges. Wow, we can only, there's only going to be, buy, 10th of a Litecoin each day. Whatever it is. I mean, they may not overtly say it, but that's what'll happen. They'll put like rationing on it to where you're just not going to be able to get it. You're not going to be able to get it anyway, unless you got to deal with a miner. A big mining operation, and you can just buy it direct. I mean, once it gets to the exchange, I mean, they're gonna do whatever they want with it. Price could be completely different, like the silver market. A price of silver, they say the spot price is 24 bucks and some change right now. Then you go try buy a silver eagle, a 1 ounce American silver eagle, and cost you $40. So why is it a $15 markup? Well, there's actual value there, and people just aren't going to sell it. For $1 over spot for 25 bucks. That's just not how it works. The market, it decides ultimately. You can try and manipulate it as long as you want, try and gateway people as much as you want, and you can say what the price is, but when you actually want to go buy it, so what's going to be in the future for digital currencies? Hey, the price of Litecoin's $1,000, and then you go and try and buy it, and it's like, wait a minute, why am I paying $1,800? Do you want it or not? Your choice. So make the choice now. Got a little snowflakes falling. Quite a few little ones. April 8th, 2022. When does it end? But you've got the opportunity now to where you can get it on the cheap. And people, I see it on Twitter, everybody, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that have been in Litecoin for a long time, just beaten down, discouraged, disgusted, hating on Litecoin. It's a spike coin. Yep, but you know what? You don't get rewarded unless you have patience. And unfortunately, not many people have patience. You just got to know what the fundamentals are and either believe in it or not believe in it. I 100% believe in it. There's a lot of things I believe in that I believed in for 20 years that just now people are waking up and seeing. And then finally I'm like, oh, good, I can step back and not talk about this stuff anymore because everybody else is doing it. Whereas I was nuts 20 years ago. Crazy. Nobody wanted to hear it. But now everybody's waking up to the fact because every day in the news, it's like drip, 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 more information. And it's like slowly rolling it out. Truth, secrets revealed, Cliff High, as he said. And I'm like, thank God. Sick of living in this world where everybody's living in darkness and denial. Finally, you're waking up. Now I don't have to, get out there and think you're all crazy. No, you're actually waking up. And that's awesome. I like it when other people pick up the mantle and start running with it and spreading the information. And I like it when I hear the same things I talked about 20 years ago. I love it when people are saying it now. Hey, did you see this? You see that? You see that? I'm like, yes, now I can go sit on the porch and next to my big dog that I don't have yet and get a nice glass of bourbon or whiskey and light up a cigar and relax because the world is starting to wake up. And I don't feel like, we're going to go down that hole of darkness. It's a good feeling. But we're still not awake yet. Still got battles to fight. And that's why money is so important, because that's their tool. That's their magic trick. That's their garbage that they use and they force us to use. We'll quit using it. Quit using it. Get out of the casino. Stop using their poker chips. They're vampires that are just sucking your energy out of you because they control the money and you use the money because you accept it for your energy. Put your energy into something better. Put your energy into some sound money. Put your energy into some Litecoin. Put it into some Bitcoin. Put it into some silver. Put it into something that has value. Some dirt that you can grow food on. Whatever. Buy some heirloom seeds. Use those. Nourish yourself. Find things. Get some water filtration. I like Berkey water, the Berkey water, gravity flow. When you pour your water in the top, boom, it just filters it. No moving parts. Very easy. Then you can actually have good water in your body. You're like 3/4 water, right? Kind of an important thing. You might want to take a look at it. Quit drinking that stuff that's fluoridated in the cities. It makes you stupid. Calcifies your pineal gland. Makes for a population that can't critically think. So do some things like that, and maybe things will turn out a little bit better for us. All right, I don't even know. I'm all over the board today. I started out with, I think I covered the mortgage rates. Yeah, they're stealing more money from you. Cost you more money. You're using their poker chips to go get that house that you think you need to get, and you're paying a lot more for it. Paying a higher fee now. Mortgage rates are up. Maybe you want to think twice and say, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should sit on the sidelines a little bit longer. I don't know. These properties have gone up a whole lot. They can't go up much more if easy money's not available. If it costs more to borrow. Don't know. And all these people that bought high thinking, oh, yeah, I got a great rate. Oh, yeah, and then they pay up for these houses. And, hey, the tax bill's going to start rolling in because it's always a little behind, Once that starts rolling in this year, they're going to say, ooh, dang. Oh, and my insurance is up too. Ooh, man, didn't expect that. Well, you got a lot of natural disasters. We got to spread it all out, and cover these costs. A lot of tornadoes. Yeah, that's hurting me. Oh, man, I got to drive back and forth to work, Oh, fuel, it's gone up. Man, food, how much is, oh, man. Yeah, and pretty soon you start getting pinched really hard. And you start making decisions, have to force yourself to make decisions you don't want to make. Yeah, I bought that car and, I probably overpaid for it, but I couldn't get a car anywhere else, So do something to mitigate all this. You see it all falling apart. You see inflation feeding everything. Get yourself out of that system in some way. Whatever it is to you. To me, I think Litecoin's a good option. I think silver's a good option. Physical silver you hold in your own possession. You got to have something that you control, that you've got in your hand, because those dollars that you have in your hand, they're not yours. You read the top of it, it says Federal Reserve Note. It doesn't say U.S. Treasury. Doesn't say backed by gold. Doesn't say silver certificate. It's garbage. Just garbage. The only reason people keep using it is because we still have faith that it works, but it's not working too well. Costing a lot more of those to go get things we need. That's what you call inflation. Create more of it, it's going to take more of it. But are you getting more of it? Okay, I hope you have a happy Friday. We'll see. May or may not be a happy hour today. If there isn't, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching. Thanks for giving your time. It's important. You choose how to use your energy and your time, and using it on a Friday to listen to me ramble, I'm honored. I really am. All right. Thank you for everything. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share it with somebody. We got a lot of videos you can go back and watch, there might be something out there that you resonate with. All right. Thank you. I love you all. Trust yourselves. Always trust yourself. Don't trust anybody else. Trust yourself, because you know best for yourself. All right. Love you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.